both. Well, if you think that icing or decorating a cake is just a job for girls, then you're wrong, because last week I went to the most mouth-watering exhibition. It was the International Bakers and Confectioners Exhibition. It was being held in London. Almost all the prize-winning entries, and this was one of them, were won and made by men. We'll be taking another look at them later on. I shall also be talking to someone who knows a lot more than I do, about decorating cakes. But now, let's have some music for twisting. Or if you think perhaps that's a little bit too energetic, then why don't you just sit back and watch the fruit dancing? I think that's just a bit too energetic for me. Now I'd like you to meet someone who's come from the Borough Polytechnic to tell us something about decorating cakes. Mike Ward. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Val.
Are you busy writing happy birthday on
Yes, yes.
What kind of a decoration is this?
This is just sort of normal line piping, which is what you do to put our inscription on with.
And this looks quite easy. Is it in fact the easiest?
Well, it is easy, but you've got to have a steady hand for it.
And patience too, by
Yes.
the way. Mike, how long have you been doing this sort of work?
About 5 years now.
Well, supposing somebody like myself or somebody watching at home wanted to take up decorating and icing cakes, how long would they have to learn? About 5 years?
No, you can do it in about a year, but there are different courses at different technical colleges throughout the country that will accommodate you for these things.
And you learn everything, how to cook
Yes,
and how
yes,
to...
you learn all the way through.
Do you think there are more men or more women doing this sort of work?
There's more women.
Why is that, I wonder?
I don't know, I think they perhaps have a little more patience than men.
Who are the best?
Men.
That's lovely.
Yes.
I noticed the bag that you're using to do this piping
Yes.
is made out of greaseproof. Can you tell us how we do that?
Yes, it's just make a greaseproof triangle, place it between your finger and your thumb, and just wrap it round as you would for a cone. Just like that.
That's very easy.
Just pinch the bottom out. Then we have all these different tubes, see?
Yes.
Different shapes.
Are those quite easy to buy?
Well,
Get them anywhere.
they are easy to buy. They mainly come in plastic now. You can get them in these grocery shops.
I noticed
And,
they have different ends, so
To the same
like I never
principle,
do.
yes.
Over here there's some lovely animals, and these are made out of marzipan. They look just like China, but they're quite edible. And Mike's come along with something like this out of marzipan, but a bit simpler. And it's what, Mike?
A marzipan clown for our cake.
Lovely. Will you go ahead and show us how
Okay,
we make
fine.
it?
First of all, we use these simple modelling tools, which at home you can use a skewer or something of that nature.
That's the end of a spoon.
End of the spoon, do quite well, yes. We give our clown some eyes, first of all. Then some ears.
Watching you do this reminds me of the time we had Gordon Murray on the programme, and he was making a puppet's head by using clay. Exactly
Yes,
the same
exactly
way.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, the nose. There we are.
That'd be fine. We put a little piece of red marzipan in for the nose. Just squeeze down for the nostrils. And little mouth.
That's this bit, is it?
That's this bit.
It's very fascinating. I've noticed you've got different coloured marzipan here. You've got pink and you've got red for the nose and white for the mouth.
Yes.
How do you get this?
Just by buying your normal white marzipan in the grocery shop and colouring it with these small bottles of colour, which you can also buy in your grocery shop.
And use more colouring, darker the colour you get in the marzipan.
Yes,
and so
that's correct. Yes, a little collar,
on. Yes.
and we'll
there
set
we are.
our clown on the collar
And he goes onto the cake.
onto the cake like so.
What comes next?
Then we'll put a hat on, shall we?
Is this his hat?
Yes, a nice little chocolate hat.
He's really beginning to look very clown-like, isn't he?
Yes. Then we must make it more clown-like, so we give it some,
Pom-poms.
and some eyes. And just to finish with, give it final eyes.
He's lovely. What about a bit of hair? Can you do
Yes,
some hair?
we'll do some hair.
Well, this is something, of course, that we can all do at home and quite easily.
Yes, it's something that
Practice.
all the children can do.
I think it's something
Yeah.
I must try and do.
Fine. Should we just finish off
Yes.
with a little line piping?
Well,
This is the dry cake, you see.
yes, it looks lovely then. Very, very
Just
nice.
repeat round.
Over here you've got another cake with a similar idea. You've made these yourself also, haven't you, Mike?
Yes, they are just smaller editions of a clown made of marzipan to represent small apples.
And of
and
course
one
we'll
on
have-
each slice,
Yeah.
and it looks quite attractive.
Nice large slices.
Yes,
Well, thank you, Mike, very much. It's very fascinating. I'm glad you came along.
it's been a pleasure.
Well, perhaps, who knows, one day you'll be able to ice cakes like that. Maybe you might even be able to win prizes with the ones that you're going to see in a moment. Although some of them, in fact, don't look like cakes, believe me, it is all cake.